issues. 6ix9ine cannot get over. And I've told him, I said, nigga, you've already made it. You got it. At some point, you got to get over it. Yes, ironically, the first video, I'm talking about YouTube video I've ever done on 6ix9ine, I did on 6ix9ine because Trippie called him a pedophile and a rapist. Whether that was true or not, I was introduced to him like that. Whether that was true or not, that was your introduction where a lot of people start looking because Trippie, who was a bigger artist, introduced you. So I understand Trippie a little bit thinking, nigga, if I didn't mention your name, things might go a little bit differently. That's on Trippie's side. You know what 6ix9ine is thinking? Okay, number one, I made Gummo, so I'm not going to give you credit for putting me on when my song has done way more for me than you've done, right? Because when you put me on, you put me in a negative light, which if I didn't have the music, I would get buried. So 6ix9ine's thing is, you want credit for you mentioning me on a bigger stage, but you really try to bury me. And when you try to... Wow, my bad. Phone need to be charged. Hold on. And when you try to bury me, right? When you try to bury me, you basically are now you're trying to take credit for me not getting buried. Like, you try to bury me. So I understand... My bad. Don't trust. Anyway, I understand with 6ix9ine being like, he's still in his feelings. He's like, yo, my nigga, I used to be around you a lot and you try to kill my career. Now my career is doing great in spite of those allegations. I'm going to use this moment to shit on you every single second. And what I was asking Trippie is what 6ix9ine did. You know what 6ix9ine told me? Because when I first met him and how he acts now, completely different guy. Like I told him, I said, when I saw you online when the nigga said you were a rapist, you sounded very apologetic and you sounded like you were, like, I mean, I'm not disrespecting him. You sounded like you were kind of like a bitch. Like, you were like, I'm sorry, yo, I don't want no problems. Now you're like, tough gangster, fuck you, blah, blah. Yo, this, that, and third clown. You weren't that person at first. You know what he said? He said, because I was smart. He was very popular. I wasn't popular. I can't talk that shit when I'm not popular. If I'm not that guy, I can't talk that shit, right? But that's smart. That is smart. Now that he's that guy in terms of clout, and yes, I know clout is such a stupid word when you think about it in the grand scheme of things, but it does matter for these artists. And most of these young artists, like Lil Pump is 17, right? You have 6ix9ine, he's 22. You have Trippie, who's 18. You have X, who's 19. You can't be judging them like fucking Gucci Man, who's like 40 or around 40, okay? Or Rick Ross, he's 40. T.I., he's like around 40. I mean, these guys have grown, or Kanye is definitely 40. But, like, the internet, this Instagram shit, what I post, even how I caption it, I've learned I gotta, like, think about it to make sure I'm being fair to every artist, because... yeah, my Instagram is definitely a big platform that they judge their whole shit on. They're like, all right, well, if Akademiks captions it like I'm losing, people might think I'm losing. So it matters. So I've taken responsibility in that. Like, I try to call it down the line. If Trippie says something good, let's put in the caption. Let's rock with it. But that's where their issues really lie. Their whole issues lie. One guy feels like the other tried to kill his career, and now that he's up, he's not on some... yo, let's turn the other cheek, pause, and just keep going. He's like, no, I'm going to point out the fact that I'm a bigger artist than you. I'm going to point out the fact that you tried to kill my career. I'm going to point out the fact that you failed. And I'm going to point out everything that shows people what you did to me and how it hurt me. These are two hurt niggas. These are two hurt dudes, and they're not going to admit it. That's why I could be objective and admit it. They're two hurt dudes who, deep down, they kind of do like each other. And when I mean like each other, not like that, but like they had experiences with each other. You feel me? Like, I know a lot of y'all, of course, I'm always down for the jokes. Like, the jokes with me and 6ix9ine, like, shit, that was probably Trippie and, like, me and 6ix9ine was probably Trippie and 6ix9ine times 10 before. I didn't even know the nigga existed. So, yes, 6ix9ine is hurt. Yes, Trippie is hurt. You know why Trippie is hurt? Because Trippie thought he could just apologize and make a video saying, hey, remember when I said this nigga was a pedophile? He's not no pedophile no more. We cool. Forget about it. Trippie thought that. But you know what ended up happening? He got punched in the mouth in New York. And because of that, he's now mad to say, you know what? We've never put a finger on you. I've never put a finger on you. Now you put a finger on me, it gets complicated. So both of these guys, they have these separate issues. Trust me, if you guys ever think like, yo, why don't people work it out in between? Shit, I know both of them. I've definitely tried to, y'all want to talk? They're not interested in that. By the way, they've talked. They've talked multiple times. I've heard them have conversation, and you know what I mean? It's on a different accord, but what happens is what you should know that happens with clout and the internet, right? If they squash their beef behind closed doors, y'all gonna have a perception. Oh, he folded to him. Oh, damn, he bitched him up. And they're fighting this internet perception. Again, for some people who might be like, yo, why does that matter? They're 22 and they're, well, 22 isn't that young, but, or like, you shouldn't be that immature, but whatever. But 18, 22 and 18. A couple of years ago, like when I was in college and shit, when I was 19, I would act like Trippie's acting. And if somebody did me wrong and I was 6'9" and I'm 21 or 20, I'm acting the same way. So it's one of those things where the pendulum will keep swinging, and I've told 6ix9ine that. I said, yo, you're the hotter artist now. People gonna rock with you. But what happens in a year when Trippie puts out all his fucking hit records? What happens when he gets all the juice? And now everybody's on his sack because he's the nigga. Now they're looking at you to say, my nigga, we've heard enough. Blicky got the stiffy. They've heard that flow enough. They're like, what's next? What happens then? The pendulum swings with Trippie. Now, how will he handle it? Trippie at that point will probably not even be your age. He'll probably be 21. You know what Trippie gonna do? He gonna continue the same bullshit. He gonna say, remember when you were hot, nigga? Now you fell off. It is what it is. My thing is, and I say to both, I say violence cannot be in this because y'all careers are both succeeding because of y'all little beef. Right? Y'all love the back and forth and y'all want to get the, you know what I mean? And that's why I was telling them, like, y'all got to have something where y'all settle it on a public ground or public platform where it has to be shown. Because I know they both claim to be gangster, and I'm not here to say nobody isn't gangster, but y'all are not, what y'all are doing, y'all are battling in the court of public opinion. I don't think gangsters care what niggas online think or who's winning online. But everything y'all say to each other is online. You get me? Y'all are making videos back